this morning. I just got the news this morning that Derek Acorah had passed away. Um, and a lot of you would have heard of Derek through Most Haunted and that. and you know, myself and Rachel's experience with Derek was usually on his Facebook live streams. And, it was only sort of over the last year that we sort of was in sort of contact on Facebook with Derek when he came on his lives and stuff. And what we used to do is we used to come on and go, "Yo, Derek, Derek, Derek," and all the rest of it. And then we'd sometimes had put in that some of those sayings that he was famous for or infamous for and stuff. And Derek used to take it on the chin, like. And our object of our exercise used to be, we used to try and make him laugh. But Derek used to take it on the chin. He was really, really friendly. And actually, I used to love sitting there. And I'm not a big person into psychics or anything like that. But the way he used to come across to people and that on his live streams and that, completely different to what you've seen on Most Haunted and that. And we when we first came onto Facebook, and we were kind of shocked, how friendly he was and everything. So we used to have a little bit of crack with him and that, and he used to always he would always sometimes he would see our comments and that, and he would just go pure red and that, and he would try and soldier on and stuff. But the way he came across to people, he kind of had that. He had that kind of caring energy to the people that used to come on his live streams and stuff. And over the last while, I started to learn a lot more about him. And I don't actually know what happened because I'm not long up and that. But I'm actually quite sad that he had passed away and that, because I'm not, as I says, I'm not a person that's into psychics and stuff. And yes, there's been a couple of incidents on Most Haunted where you know there's been questionable evidence, let's say, and stuff like that. But we kind of moved on from that, and we used to go on Facebook and stuff, and you know yes, I used to say the odd thing. Somebody would say, "Oh, I seen an orb in my house," and he used to say, "Oh, that's your relatives, that's your families and stuff." Now, you know, I would say, but we don't know what orbs are. We don't know what light anomalies are. But you know, when I look back on some of the things that he says to people, he was still giving people comfort, like, and I can't bash him for that. But his mannerisms on his live streams was so nice, and and in a way, I cannot blame people for coming on his live streams to try and get some positivity, whether I believed it or not. And I used to come on, and sometimes, I would completely disagree with some of the things that he said, but actually just to hear his voice and the way he treated people on those live streams was it was absolutely brilliant, and I can see why people came on, because there is an awful lot of negativity in the world, and he was putting positivity out in people's lives. You know, yes, he was in Most Haunted. Yes, he traveled the world and done these other things. But my best experiences was actually these little live streams that he used to do on his Facebook and that, and people used to come on, and the way he communicated with those people was absolutely fantastic. And I'm actually quite sad because you know, behind all the history of Most Haunted and, these other TV shows or whatever, he was a genuinely nice guy, and no matter what you threw at him, he just took it on the chin. We didn't overly, we didn't go we didn't go on his live streams to bash him around like that. We just came on to make him laugh. And sometimes we were successful, sometimes we weren't, and that. But he actually came across as kind of a shy man, because we'd show up and then he would look at his live stream and he would look down, and then next thing he would just go pure red. He just go pure red with embarrassment, and we'd start having a little bit of fun with him, But then, sometimes I would just sit there and I would just put on the live stream and just listen to his voice. And actually, his voice was I found his voice very calming to me, But, I just, I actually, I can't help but feel as, sadness, because, no matter if I believed him or not, he was still trying to put out positivity there, and he done an absolutely fantastic job on his Facebook and that. So I think he's going to be very, very sadly missed. And I don't even know what more to say about it, because I don't know what was the reason he passed or whatever, and when we first started contacting him on Facebook and that, we were I was kind of surprised, because he looked completely different than he did on the TV show, um, and but I was absolutely shocked by how peaceful he was, his mannerisms. He was so peaceful and peaceful to people, and the way he showed respect to those people that came onto his live stream. He was so thankful, and I'm not going to knock him for that. He would come on and say, "Oh, I love you all, guys, because you come onto this live stream and I really appreciate it, and I love you all and everything." And to be honest with you, some people do that, and they're not actually genuine. They're just putting on a front. But I actually thought, with his mannerisms and stuff, he actually in some ways he was genuine, and I just I'm actually quite sad, because um, you know, people are more sort of familiar with him with Most Haunted, and very critical that way, and that, and rightly so. But actually, some of these live streams were, people were asking questions. Can you contact my loved ones? Can you, and trying to give them a piece of comfort. And the way he handled those live streams was absolutely fantastic. I mean, like, I'd never seen anything like it. And he just showed so much love to these people and that. And I just a lot of thoughts and prayers go out to those people that seek comfort from him, because in a way, putting on his live stream on Facebook and just listening to his voice, I was seeking comfort myself, you know. But I'm going to leave it for now, and you know, um, to me, it's a sad day. Actually, it's a sad, sad day, and he is going to be missed by his followers on his Facebook and fans of him. It just it's going to be a shock to a lot of people, because lots of people depended on him for to give them that comfort, because there's a lot of pain out in the world, you know. You come online and there's bullying and negativity all over the place. And you know, on Derek's live streams, that was a place of refuge, because there was never negativity, it was always positivity, you know. Even though we're talking about people that are grieving for loved ones and that, the way he treated those people was absolutely fantastic, you know. And you know, we need people in the world that treat people like that, because at the end of the day, you know, there's no need for that negativity, you know. I'm going to leave it for now, folks. I just wanted to briefly come on, because I know we done a kind of a little brief video a while back of Rachel trolling Derek in that. But you know, he used to take it on the chin big time, you know. He really did. And you know, at the end of the day, we were just having a bit of a laugh with him. We were trying to make him laugh. But you know, not only that, sometimes I used to put the lives on here at home and that, and I wouldn't say anything. I would just say hello, Derek, and that would be it. And I would just sit back and listen, you know, because you know, maybe I'm having a bad day or whatever, and just the fact that he was speaking and the way he spoke to people, to me, was kind of calming, you know. So I'm going to leave it for now, and I will see you in the next video, folks.